Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to InfoGamer. In this video, I'm going to be starting a new project now that I have published my latest mobile game, Snake Cubed. If you'd like to show your support, you can download Snake Cubed on Android and iOS, and the links are in the description below. Now, I can't tell you too much about this new project that I'm starting right now because I don't want to give too much away, but I will be revealing more and more of it over time. But I can tell you that it will be a large multiplayer game on mobile platforms. And so what I'd like to do in this video and the next several videos in this playlist is teach you about multiplayer and how to make a multiplayer game. Now, I was able to figure out multiplayer and then implement it into my Snake Cube game, which was a lot of fun, and it really just adds a whole nother level of entertainment to your game. One of the major problems that us game developers face is retainability of our audience. We could make an extremely cool game that is completely single player. It could have an immersive storyline, something like Skyrim or Breath of the Wild, or it could have a really addictive game mechanic, something like Flappy Bird or Candy Crush. However, many of these single player games can struggle to retain their audience once the game loses its sense of progression. Oftentimes, when I am presented with a single-player campaign, I will lose interest in that game as soon as I've completed the storyline. If the game relies on an addictive game mechanic, then that game can also struggle to retain its audience as soon as its audience becomes sick of that game mechanic, such as Flappy Bird. As a result, game developers nowadays will have a tendency to lean towards a sandbox type game for their single player campaigns. This way, they can cram in as much content and side quests as possible in order to increase their audience retention. Now, one of the most effective ways to increase audience retention is to make a multiplayer game. Multiplayer games can be everything a single player game has to offer, but it can also add a sense of competition between rivaling players. It can also add connectability between friends. Take games like World of Warcraft, for example. People have been playing this game for 14 years now, and it offers everything a single-player game has to offer, but it also has the addition of multiplayer. People are able to battle one another in PvP, and they're also able to go on raids with their friends. World of Warcraft is probably one of the most perfect examples of good audience retention. And now that you know why multiplayer is such an important part of video games, let's teach you how to make a multiplayer game.